Hello, this is Scratch. That's Dennis. Say hi, Dennis.
Hello.
And we are Scratch and Dennis AoE2. We are doing a low elo tournament cast. That's our thing. We want to draw attention to the low elo legends among us that are playing at their best at the competitive scene of Age of Empires 2. And we did AoE League Season 9. That was a blast, even if it ended on a note that we're not happy about, but we're here to fix that. And here we are with our first game between DHR10398, who I'll be referring to as DHR, and SKITVIBE. SKITVIBE, I believe, from Germany, and DHR, I believe, from India. The rest of the players in this tournament are from the United States. And I'm going to throw over to Dennis, who's going to talk about their map draft and their civ draft. But first, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 play if you're ready for that, Dennis. Are you ready?
Just 1 second. Let me just get that available in my side as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, play.
There we go. Okay. Thank you, Painter. Take it away, Dennis. What do we got going on for civs and map drafts?
So for civs, SKITVIBE has gone for Mudflow, DHR, Bypass, and the Bay is the first game. So yeah, I think
good old pants. We've got in this game, since I know you're looking at your drafts, we've got Cumans for DHR in blue, and we've got Bulgarians for SKITVIBE on red. When I looked at these guys, I don't think I saw either of these two civilizations or these maps. It's a lot of Arabian, a lot of Mega Random. But yeah, so I know you like Cumans. What do you like about Cumans for Bay pants?
I mean, I think Cumans 2TC is what I generally like about Cumans. 2TC into Castle Age with a very strong early Castle Age push. But they are pretty new to the game, so I don't know what bonuses they're going to be using. Bulgarians is also interesting. Are we going to see a pre-post rush in this game? Is it more of a Manatoms rush? What kind of player is SKITVIBE, Scratch?
SKITVIBE. My note is, and please, players, if you start watching this, please understand, we're not trying to be rude when we do these notes. We ourselves are 800, 900 ELO players. We're not good by any means, so please don't take any offense when we read these. My notes for SKITVIBE was an inefficient player, but can close out the game when they need to, but it's usually by a bit of a kitchen sink method, a little bit of everything. But it seems to work out. They have, I think, the fewest matches, or the second fewest matches, whereas DHR, while he doesn't have the highest matches, he's the highest, or they're the highest maximum ELO. They capped out at 818. I believe they're about 500 right now when I was looking them up. DHR, my notes were also knows how to close out a game, but maybe needs to work on some execution, but very clearly seems to have a knowledge of build orders based on what I saw. So we'll see if we see that today.
I mean, you say that, but I think the 11th villager made the lumber camps. So.
Well, I said he has a knowledge of build orders, not that they're the build orders.
I mean that's it's still good. I think in the end, it's more about decision making than build orders in this ELO.
Hey, look, we're close to 5 minutes, and both players are under a minute of idle TC time, so they're doing better than I was a year ago.
Yep.
Where do you put your second TC as humans on this map?
I mean, it doesn't have to be a second TC, right? The sable and archery range is 100 wood. Maybe the idea is to just drop like a stable archery range and do some kind of aggression. I don't really know what kind of player DHR is. So just to give context of why we talk about players, we actually split the bracket into two, and I think this is from your side, the bracket, Scratch.
Yeah, both of these guys, both of these ones are from me. Yeah, so to elaborate on that, because we're kind of in early times here. So our whole deal is we want to capture the lowest bracket available in the tournaments we're casting. We didn't even introduce the tournament. Oh my God, we're so bad at this. So we are now recording the Hidden Community Cup from T90 that T90 is hosting, now that we've concluded Hidden Cup. And this is the lowest bracket. There's nobody lower than this. These guys are, let's see, we have a 421 elo player in this game. Or not in this game, in this bracket. 421, which is wild. I got a lot of compliments in Harris Coliseum for being, I think I was 597 or 600 something when I signed up. To be 400 is insane to me. So to elaborate further, what we did was we split up the bracket. Dennis got 4 players, I got 4 players, and we went on to AoE Insights, which is a wonderful website that we'll hopefully link in our description for you newer players, because it's a valuable resource, especially in a tournament setting. And on AoE Insights, you get a recording of every game that every player has played that makes it to AoE Insights. We've got Feudal Age clicked for DHR. Looks like SKITVIBE should be there shortly. SKITVIBE going to gold.
Hey, he actually made it to 20 top, and
Ooh, SKITVIBE abandoning the mining cap for house. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Where was I? Lost my train of thought. AoE Insights is a very useful tool. It basically gives you a record of your players that you're competing against potentially. You can see like what their civs that they like, what civs they don't do very well against, what maps they're familiar with, if they've been practicing, or unfortunately in our last tournament, if they've been active at all, which was rough. But so far, so good. All of these players seemed much more active, so that's cool to see. Hopefully we won't have gaps.
So now this red scout can be blue is the first one to dock, and now that blue will be in feudal. If the scout comes back, can kill the red scout pretty easily. Red should run away.
Some militia. We have some militia for SKITVIBE, but they're just kind of patrolling. I did have a note. I'm going to go to my Excel sheet for a moment. Hang on, I'm going to come back because there's violence on the map. All right, runaway scout so I can look at my notes.
Okay, no second TC yet, and I mean there's no wood for the second TC, so maybe that's not the idea.
I think it was actually DHR who, one of the players I watched would habitually patrol every single military unit they built. They would just kind of
blue scout running across the TC.
If that were my scout, he would have died. Got some very early gold miners for red. Well, not early, but just kind of wondering. We've got man-at-arms coming, so I guess that's what that was for.
Yeah, it's Bulgarians. You get free man-at-arms upgrades.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This is why Dennis is here. I don't actually know what I'm doing with this game at all. Yeah. This is why Dennis is here. He knows things about this game.
This is the kitchen sink, it looks like. 6 man-at-arms, 2 more in Q4 on the way forward.
The kitchen sink, Dennis, is when you throw everything at a game.
I mean, if you make 6 man-at-arms...
Oh, fair. So when I said that specifically to describe SKITVIBE, I meant their closeouts wouldn't have a lot of focus. From what I saw from the 2 games I watched.
All right, let's see how DHR responds to the man-at-arms in the wood line.
That is so many wood choppers. I didn't even notice that. Or it feels like a lot. I guess it's not.
I'm guessing that he didn't really have wood for the second TC, and he was just forcing the wood. Now that he can drop the second TC, maybe. But I'm just guessing. He is going for a barracks, so he's just going for archery range.
DHR, I did notice, was very slow to respond. Not quite passive, but the responses would not be quick.
Yeah, I think now Red is looking to wall up.
Blacksmith on the back end.
It is a very compact wall, though, but yeah.
Okay. Very, very... Ooh, okay. Dropped a little palisade wall on the lumber camp to keep the man-at-arms out. I like that. TC's going to take an age to get up, though. Now, villagers can fight against militia, but they can't really fight against man-at-arms, but DHR is going to try for it. I don't blame them. Okay, we got one. This is going up.
So yeah, 1 will kill for 6 mana times.
Now Garrison.
Not too bad.
Hey, there we go. All right. Not bad.
Okay, now
This is what we signed up for, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but this is the low elo play that we will be seeing.
so will SKITVIBE actually go up to Castle Age now so that you can pressure the second TC? That is what needs to be done.
We're going supplies, and we're going more man-at-arms.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. I like it. This is rad.
I think you need to mass as much man-at-arms as possible, get the armor before making a play with the TCs if you are doing this. There's no range.
I also wonder if at what point do you decide to just take out the harbor or the dock, right?
Oh yeah, actually taking out the dock is much better. I don't think you can do much right now until you mass up the man-at-arms. The stable is. Oh,
we got a brave scout up north.
Oh, and that scout is actually going to find value. No reaction from SKITVIBE, yeah.
And that's okay. Like this, at this elo, like reaction is hard. This is a hard game. It's really hard.
I like how DHR is also kind of patrolling or just checking the other side of the dock to see if anyone comes in for a dock. Maybe just stop that. Archery range does come up now, so
got a very compact base going here, DHR. Alright, there's a bell. I'll be honest, it's not the most egregious use of a bell. But
I mean, you click the bell back, so you ungarrison.
Okay, now this is starting to become a concerning number of man-at-arms. Ooh, I like this wall. That's nice. That's cool. Now, ideally, you would split these villagers up and have them build one house at a time to actually build the wall faster, but that's fine. The idea is there. I like it. This archery range is going to go down. It's going to take a while, though. We've got even more man-at-arms coming. Did he build a second barracks? No.
He's repairing the archery range, but not really making archers. So he's going scouts, but I mean, he did get value out of scouts. Maybe that's why he's going for them. But I think man-at-arms archers is the good response. He is making archers. No fletching yet.
We've got a 10 villager lead for blue so far.
I mean, I think...
Dead scout? Oh, no, not yet.
Didn't commit, yeah.
Now, there is a gap between these houses and the water, correct? Because, oh yeah, no, there has to be, because there's the green around it, right? You can't actually wall that. I didn't think about that earlier. Okay, this is looking really good for DHR. Actually, this is also looking pretty good for SKITVIBE. I like this level of aggression. I think it's definitely a bit of overcommitment, but we are transitioning to a lot of farms, so he seems to be aware of when he should call it, right?
That's true. He does have more farms than... Oh, the fish is how DHR is having more food, yeah. Okay.
Resources collected are actually pretty even.
Yeah.
Alright, DHR, I'm going to give you a minor critique. The bell is awkward. It makes all of your villagers stop working. You're always going to be better off selecting a group of villagers, which you can do default by holding Alt when you select your cursor, and garrisoning them manually. By ringing the bell, you stop all production, and that hurts very quickly. Now, even though this wall-up isn't actually... Ooh, hey! SKITVIBE knows about the market. Big fan. I don't know why he needed 100 gold. I don't understand the need for gold. Oh, okay. They're eco-balancing. They're just trying to get a castle. I think maybe that was a misclick that we saw. I like the fire ship from DHR2. That's nice. Just the lone fire ship, just in case.
Yeah, I think you need to.
Like,
so I think I just have
what you got?
one thing for DHR. I think you need an archer mass. When you see man at arms, I think archer mass with fletching is the way to go. Right now, the pikes counter stable units, which your opponent doesn't have. Your scouts are just gonna die to man at arms if you fight them.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. This is why Dennis is here. Do these man-at-arms immediately become longswordsmen as soon as Castle Age is reached?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so that's rough. So yeah, an Archer Mass is definitely the way to go. And with your Archer Mass, it is always beneficial to be very liberal with your estimations. If you think 8 archers will do, go for 10. It'll just be better.
Oh, this is looking really good for SKITVIBE. SKITVIBE's earlier to castle has 17 longswords, soon-to-be longswords queued. And if he gets the armor upgrades, he uses the blacksmith. So Red has actually got blacksmith upgrades on the man-at-arms, which is not really the same for DHR.
Look, any game where you can see man-at-arms kill a fire ship's a good game in my book. I like going after the houses. I'm a jerk, so I actually really like attacking houses. Especially this early on in the game.
Oh yeah, now they're long swords.
Oh my god, that's a nightmare. Oh. Okay, so DHR, point of fact, this is happening with your units because you selected all of them, and because they're different speeds, they're trying to group up before they move. So that's why your scouts are moving slowly. But I think this entire mass will die to longswords. Is that a demo ship?
Ooh!
Oh!
That was the demo, yeah.
DHR's cooking. Let him cook.
Yeah, you just need to focus down the archers and you are good to go. The rest of the army you don't really need to worry about.
I definitely want to see DHR drop a second archery range or go to castle. Like, they've got to make a decision and quickly.
Oh, and he's ready for that archer switch. He's going Gambesons to get more pierce armor and also to dive under the TC right now.
Yeah.
But also the second armor is gonna really be helpful if you want to dive under the TC and just start taking them out. So let's see.
Now SKITVIBE might do this now. Ooh, a box formation too. Okay. Now, at this point, I think even with Gambesons and Squires, I'm still stopping to take out that dock. I feel like that is the highest priority target right now, for sure.
I mean, you're in Castle Age, so there's a lot of things that you can take out.
But what I mean is if his villagers are so clearly idle like that because he's ringing the bell, you take out the dock and now he can't get any more food and progress to Castle Age himself.
He's ready with another. He's ready with another demo there.
It's really good.
Yeah.
DHR knows what they're doing. I think they're just very clearly off kilter for this a little bit.
Yeah, I think DHR needs to get a market,
There we
go to castle, but yeah.
Yeah, we've got tons of gold. There it is. They're taking out the... This is a really, really cool to see aggression from SKITVIBE. There's the market on the back.
Yep.
That should go up. Now I think this demo ship might be able to get value off the dock. Oh, not like that. So, okay, so since we're talking about such low elo players, I'll give some pointers at this point. There's a button that I'm very fond of that I will mention a lot, that I think Dennis might disagree on. But there's a select all idle villagers button, and I pin that to my spacebar. It can be a little inefficient because you'll be moving villagers across the map, but at least when you press it, you are giving every single one of them something to do, and it makes your response times that much more quick. I don't really understand the man-at-arms upgrade for DHR. I don't think that's the answer here.
Yeah.
He's like, do you think this is a case of, well, this unit's good for my opponent?
Yeah, I mean, from the games that I've watched about these players, a lot of players seem to favor infantry play with man-at-arms and longswords, which is definitely interesting.
DHR is housed again, but dealing with it. Yeah, going after houses early is pretty...
Going after the blacksmith is really good. I mean,
will that cancel Castle Age?
No.
No? Okay.
No, yeah. It just means that you can't really get the upgrades for your army. And I like how SKITVIBE kept the army alive, you know? Whenever I go infantry, I just lose my infantry to the TC or some ranged building like a castle. But he's kept most of his army alive, and I still think that DHR is responding with the wrong set of units.
Yes. Yeah, so by this point, DHR needed a second archery range and a third archery range, maybe. Because we've got heaps of gold. I don't think going to Castle Age was actually the right call here. Ooh, knights, okay, but that's still an uphill battle.
You need a knight mass, right? And he's
and
now the stable is being taken out right now, so
yeah, I think this is over. And now DHR can't build a archery range, right? Because the barracks is gone.
Is that?
I can't remember. Do you have to have an active barracks in order to build the second tier?
I don't think so. I mean, but I'm not sure after you said it so confidently.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This has been a constant and unceasing supply of swordsmen.
36. I mean, 36 queued, 30 on the field. Yeah, this is...
Ooh, okay. Okay.
I mean, this castle can be denied. I mean, right now, SKITVIBE just needs to get the second armor.
We've seen DHR wall up.
Maybe you don't even need the second armor, you just directly go for the builds.
I don't think that castle's getting denied.
You think so, but I think there's 34... Alright, it is getting denied. It is not getting... Oh, it is not... It is getting denied. You just need to focus down the wills. And yeah.
Yep,
oh, that... Okay, that... Okay.
Nope. Okay.
Okay, there's... There are more wills. Yeah, there's more villagers. Yeah. But... Yeah. Okay.
So DHR, you love the bell. Like, that's clear. And I'll be honest... The bell is bad, but you're actually using it very effectively. However, you would be much better served relying on a military. And phew.
I mean, now that you have a castle, can you? He'll be good to get the kip checks out. But
yeah, kip checks would be good here.
I mean, I don't actually. DHR's eco is shot. There's no gold.
Yeah.
There's barely any for working food eco. He's redocking to make the fishing ships.
And these longswordsmen come around and they take out these houses again, right?
Yep.
Because the castle gives what, 40 or 20?
What are you talking about?
The pop space for a castle.
Oh yeah.
I think it's 20.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
We got step lancers, okay, and kipchaks, okay. Dude, this game's rad. Oh, and he rebuilt the dock. I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But there's not a lot of food remaining, so unless he can fish trap. He has a lot of floating wood, so maybe he can fish trap the.
And you know what SKITVIBE says to this? More barracks. He's got a third and a fourth barracks coming up.
Yeah, he's. Interesting.
Okay.
He can actually make step lances and micro the step lances by hit and run tactics.
Do we expect that at this level though? I'm not sure.
I mean, it's mostly about decision making. I think so. If
sure.
I mean, people can micro potentially.
Double archery range on the back, but these houses are gonna hurt.
It's mostly like right now DHR is making units but didn't really queue up wills, right? I think right now
Oh, that's true.
as a
But I mean, he still has a villager lead, right?
yeah, well, just about.
This is such a cool first game. All right, send in those kip checks and your kitchen sink cavalry.
I mean, there's no blacksmith upgrades on any of the units, so kip checks have very less range. But yeah,
Yeah, but there's something. Yeah, they're not going to do anything.
they're tickling. Yeah, they'll tickle the units. And Arson's coming now, so he just wants to take out the TC next, I guess. Oh yeah, second armor is in, which is also a reason why he can just fight this. Yeah. Yeah, there's no micro. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we built archery ranges, but we're not seeing archers come out. I feel like cav archers would be good here.
I mean,
But you need a mouse.
I mean,
Because there's another wave of 18 longswordsmen coming in.
yeah, right now I think DHR needs to just secure the base. I think the mass of anything would be good, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Not kip checks.
I mean, kip checks could also be good. You just need upgrades for them. Like a bodkin on the kip checks would be good. Right now, you have to go a lot closer to the longswords too, and then micro is going to be a lot harder. You're doing one less damage. So yeah, it's.
I wonder if we're going to see DHR sell some of these resources before this market goes down. Somehow I doubt it.
Yeah, red is like 42 wills. That's all I need to win this game, and
Yeah.
just queues up 15 longswords. At this point, I don't even think. Okay, he's just thinking castle drop next and second DC.
Oh, there's a bunch of houses.
He was housed, so he's just dropping a few houses in the back. And he wants to house his opponent, so he's taking out more and more houses in the
And now
back of
DHR is
DHR.
switching to skirmishers. But he's not going to be able to build skirmishers in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes Krapos, Conix, that's also going to be good here. I mean, at this point, I think SKITVIBE's got complete map control.
I think the longswordsman can finish it out personally, because there's no murder holes. So takes out this castle and that's done.
I mean, there's two TCs in one castle.
True.
Yeah.
They are all sharing range. That's true.
Yeah.
But like this is a stranglehold, right? Build. Yeah, take this group of 9 longswordsmen, send them around the back, kill the rest of the houses, and he's done.
Scratch, question for you. What is the worker efficiency last minute for DHR for this game?
I cannot see that statistic.
No, if you had to guess.
Oh. Not good.
Yep, it's 0.7. Apparently it's 1 right
1%?
now.
1%?
Yep, it's 1% right now. So,
Okay.
just about.
Okay.
Okay, now he's going for the...
Okay, I like the archers in range of the castle and the TC.
Now he's getting fletching, and he is dropping double archery range. A little late for this.
This is the 6th archery range, I believe, or 7th maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, I like the siege workshop. You can't afford it, but I like the idea.
But you want the buildings under the range of your buildings, right? Right now the siege workshop's going to be taken out again. Yeah, I think siege workshop's going to be taken out if it's spotted.
No, they're prioritizing the houses, which I agree with at this point.
Yep.
Wait, more. Oh, they deleted the fishing ships to get pop space. Okay.
That's good. I mean,
Building.
could have fish trapped them, but I guess...
Desperation.
Yeah. I mean, you may
Mangonel
not know about fish traps, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Ooh, double siege workshop from SKITVIBE.
Ooh, is it a ram push?
I don't. Maybe it could be.
I mean, you can't.
I mean, you have infantry, right?
You can't push with mangonels. Yeah. If.
That's true.
Oh yeah. Imagine if you do the. Oh, okay. Cray post, forward, siege workshop, and I'm guessing he's gonna spam conics after that. So yeah, I think.
Now we're doing skirmishers in response to this, which is not, I think, correct.
And it's going to be countered by conics, which are going to show up soon after the Cray post is dropped.
If villagers are in a building, do they get credit for the kill?
That is a good question.
Because I'm curious if villagers will have the highest kill count for DHR.
Let's see. No, I know. What am I saying? The castle will have the credit.
Okay.
Yeah. The castle has killed 31 units, if you're wondering.
Okay.
The TCs have a shared kill of 35 kills.
Ooh, that mango!
I mean, you...
Alright.
Okay, he's going for the ramp push, but one mangonel's out. But I guess once you have enough longswords, you just dive in to take out the mangonel, and the rest of it is fine.
I think SKITVIBE has had enough longswords for a long time. I think the cast is spooking them at the moment.
Yep.
Still really cool to see. And I actually think DHR's responses, while they have not been correct, they have had responses, which is nice to see.
He's selling. He's thinking about imp. Oh, I like SKITVIBE's thinking about what to do next to push to press through. So
yeah. So for the record, when I said unfocused or inefficient player with an unfocused end goal, I didn't see.
I'm not calling you out. That was not a call out. I was just purely talking about the game. But yeah, so SKITVIBE, for in case if you didn't know, if you actually garrison in these rams, they get extra attack and they move faster as well, I think.
And it's not, and don't say that like that. They get a ton of extra attack. It is actually insane.
Yep.
What a fully garrisoned battering ram does.
And I think there's like a hotkey now where you don't have to manually garrison into one ram. You can basically just click a seek shelter or something once you click on the...
I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is a little traffic jam here. They gotta pick a target.
I mean, the skirms are gonna do nothing to the rams. The step lancer,
well,
maybe.
they're gonna do something to the rams if they keep getting free pop shots on them. Yeah, that was a little micro problem right there. I don't think this castle goes down yet. Now, DHR on your side, villagers are actually very good at killing rams. They're not the best, obviously, but they're quite capable. There we go.
Where are the red villagers dying? Okay.
Maybe killing for pop space? No, they've got plenty.
No.
I do like SKITVIBE building more TCs for villagers that they're not creating. Villagers are your friend.
I think it's a protection building. It's a defensive building. Yeah.
We're gonna say this a lot this tournament based on the games I watched. We're looking. I saw one player I think that capped at 72 villagers. Villagers are your friend, guys. You should always try to get 100, at least.
I mean.
Oh, the castle did go down. Cool.
Yep. And now the longswords would hop in and kill all these villagers. 21 wills. Soon. Is he gonna fight until he doesn't have villagers? Okay.
Look.
7, 6, 5. So 4.
Never say die.
3. Where are the 3 wills? So they are just.
By the lumber
they're just looking at everyone dying. Let's just watch these villagers. What can they
walk
do?
into the crep post?
And now they are two-handed swordsmen. Now he has 42 two-handed swordsmen, which are gonna melt everything. So there's one lady who will survive, and
No,
he's
building a
gonna.
lumber camp.
You need to build a lumber camp, get 275 wood, then go build a mining camp
Jeez.
for actually get 375 wood, then make a mining camp, take stone, and then drop TC.
Yes.
Will spies be
what-
researched? Well, so in this case, SKITVIBE, what you need to do is in your castle. You don't have a castle, but if
He has a Krepos.
you can drop a castle.
I don't know if
and
Krepos get techs. Crop rotation. Okay.
He's just enjoying this domination.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. This is an ego play at this point.
Now you can see the two TCs are working. I'd like to see all three TCs working. And he's just
DHR, what my friend Dennis here is saying is
Well
okay.
played.
There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you needed a GG a while ago. Not a while ago, but before this, we'll say.
and
There she
surrendered
is.
before.
Now, what about this? What about
No,
this
the
knight?
woman.
The knight,
The woman's about to die.
the woman. Thank you, Dennis.
Ah,
They're cool about it. Now we have to find this knight that's running around.
Oh, there's a knight running around.
There's a knight running around on the belt line of pants.
He's actually playing.
Yeah.
He's actually playing on. He doesn't even have production building, so I think it's just a knight.
It is just the knight.
He
So-
is actually this guy is
Please,
this guy is
please.
crazy. Yeah.
Please don't do this. This is
Oh, now he needs to make conics just to chase down the knight because the two-handed swordsmen are not really going to catch up
even
to
with
the knight.
squires. Will
Even
they
with
catch up with squires?
no, they won't. He can maneuver around them. That's it.
He's got half health. He's not doing any maneuvering.
Yeah, but
Oh, he's already on it. Like he. Oh no!
What are you actually looking at right now?
I'm watching the two-handed swordsman head forward.
I didn't think he had spies. He's just searching. Oh, he's just searching all around the map.
So, as a rule of thumb, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, if you say "well played," don't do this. Just please don't. It's not necessarily that it's rude. It's more so that you have two other games to play.
Found the knight. How many HP does? Okay, 33 HP.
33.
And
Two
how many
hits.
hits? 2 hits. Okay.
They're converging. Every.
Oh yeah, just
There it is. There's.
all right.
my-
okay.
Just
just make conics. I mean, honestly, you can just make scouts and take it, take the knight out. Okay, the scout is coming to chase down the. Oh, actually, does he have vision of the?
There it is.
Oh, okay, the scout is gonna chip the knight's HP away.
Okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
this is. There we go. Okay. 210. Woo!
Nice.
That's a lot. So I'll be honest. Even watching like pro players, I've never really seen the Bulgarian infantry like mass like that. That was actually pretty cool to see. Cool. Okay. Quick notes. Please don't do that. Just as a rule, it's not sportsmanlike. That's the end of what I'll say there.
I mean, he was just having fun. This is just a tournament where they're having fun. I mean,
That's fair.
It's for me personally, I just see that as a waste of time, and also mentally, you have to
Yes.
play 2 more games. So for
Yes,
you to be
that
actually
was largely what I was getting at. Don't do
Yeah.
that. You've got 2 more games to play.
Yeah.
You don't know what the other guy's schedule is like.
I mean, it doesn't
that-
have to be other guy's schedule, right? You want to save your
True.
time and also basically
True.
be in a
Also,
good
yeah.
headspace to make a comeback. You could come back. It's just this game, it didn't really work out. Doesn't really mean that it wouldn't work out. Like, your opponent still
Correct.
has 57 villagers, and it was mostly in largely untouched eco. You just need to just sit down and then think, okay, what do I need to do? How do I need to counter this? How does he play? And so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a lot of factors going into it.
But yeah.
Other than that, from both players, this was actually a very enjoyable game. DHR's responses, I think, definitely need a little tweaking. Really reliant on the bell. We need to curb that a bit. SKITVIBE, hard to call. It wasn't really aggressed in any way during this game, but was able to keep their head on their shoulders. Very clearly had a goal. I'm going to build 210 longswordsmen. And did that goal. So that was really cool to see. That this is the opposite of what I saw in my 2 preview games. So are we gonna pause it and move on to the next one?
Yeah, I mean, I liked how he was able to get the upgrades for the infantry and also mask them. And
Yeah.
he knew the sieve that he would get the automatic upgrades. And I don't know if he practiced this strategy of basically just punishing them just with infantry, but this was really well played. Yeah, I think Conics would be nice to see, but yeah, like I said, Scouts can also chip away that last night, and very well played. Cumans is hard to deal with, and SKITVIBE
Especially
managed
with
it.
two TCs in a castle right on top of each other. And you brought up something really useful is the infantry was massed. A lot of people don't like massing infantry; they'll just kind of send them in. But I did notice that after a while, SKITVIBE did start building them up in groups and then sending them in like in squads, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you're up against longswords or militia, the two-handed swordsmen, and so on, I think you need like massed range units typically, or if you're in Castle Age, knights also work well. But again, you need to be masked up. So that's a mass is always a really good way to go about it with
Generally,
upgrades, with blacksmith upgrades, which was also
mm-hmm.
missing. I think right now, I think SKITVIBE had the lead and held it from start to
Yes,
finish.
yes, yes. Very. I don't want to say one-sided because that naturally makes it sound negative, but this was a uncontested victory, I would say.
Yeah, really love the kitchen sink from SKITVIBE. Let's check
Yeah.
how it goes for the next game.
All right. So we're gonna pause recording. And we're back. And I don't know why I did that. My
1, 2,
bad.
3, play.
1, 2, 3, play. Sorry. All right, and we're back. So this is game 2. Game 1 went to SKITVIBE, and this is Bypass. This is DHR's home map. This is a funky map, and I really like this one a lot. You cannot build in the center. That is the big thing. So you must either aggress your opponent's base very early to get over the fact that you can't build in the middle, or take to the sides. And it's a fun map. It's a really wacky one. I really like this one. A lot of weird stuff can happen on this game, or on this map. Now, we've transitioned from Bulgarians to Romans, so I'm starting to notice a theme with our friend SKITVIBE from Germany. They seem to like infantry a lot.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting another infantry spam here from SKITVIBE for sure.
I'm not saying Romans can't do other stuff, but let's be honest, what do we know them for? They're really good at infantry spam. So this is the most talkative elephant of all time.
But Celts are also, I mean,
that's true.
They don't have as much armor though. So if the blacksmith upgrades are in, SKITVIBE is definitely in a much better spot. But if it's in Castle Age, siege behind for Celts could be useful. They fire faster, have more HP, and so on and so forth.
To be fair, when you account for blacksmith, does anyone have armor even remotely close to Romans? Because isn't it double?
Yep.
Yeah, that's insane. God, just on paper, that buff sounds nuts.
Yeah, I mean, if to just counter that, you kind of have to go some kind of range or siege. But let's see how DHR reacts to it. I think the last game, DHR tried scouts, pikes, and knights, which wasn't really masked up, and essentially didn't really work. So
yeah, a little bit of jitters, like a little bit of what's the word I'm trying to look for? Unfocused. Game's hard. Counter units are hard.
Yeah. Also, I don't know to what extent they know about counter units and
That's true.
How they deal with different scenarios, right? So
we should. We should. I'll do this right now. Hera himself, Mr. Number One Player in the World, has a series of videos, and among them is how to counter every unit and how to counter every unique unit, and is presented in a very clear and concise fashion using visuals. And he covers the best initial counters as well as the best like long-term counters, and I think that's a nuance that I personally appreciated very much, and actually used that video extensively in Hera's own tournament. We've got 5 woodcutters here for DHR, so I'm not sure. Oh, okay, good boar pulls though.
Pretty good. From SKITVIBE?
No, I was watching DHRs at the time.
Okay.
I did see SKITVIBEs. I just didn't.
Yeah, I think he's actually.
We're pushing deer. Not well, but we are doing it. He's got the gate open with the sheep. Look at you, SKITVIBE.
Yeah, I usually just delete the palisade. He'd use the sheep to keep the door open, so that's definitely. SKITVIBE definitely seems like he either watches or he's just a creative player. So that's.
I think he's got to watch. Like he's seen a Twitch streamer at some point. I think DHR does too, personally. Okay, good boar pull. Whoa, is SKITVIBE gonna TC with the boar?
I mean, everyone's gotta know about T90 more or less, right? But
that's true. Yeah, to be here, right? You kind of have to have an idea.
Wait, SKITVIBE.
SKITVIBE TC boar killed. Yeah. And perfectly. It was excellent. So just so you know, I'm gonna pull up my notes here. SKITVIBE is 708 elo. I think that's a little over 200 elo lower than me. I cannot TC boar kill at all. I can't do it. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I've never even tried it.
That's genuinely terrifying, and he just made it look easy. So that's cool. We've got a ton of villagers on berries for. Well, no, I guess I mean.
As long as I think they are both up to feudal age faster, so maybe they are thinking feudal age play, or maybe they just get eco upgrades and then
they
go up the castle.
But I think DHR skipped Loom, which SKITVIBE is getting now.
DHR is housed, so I need to drop a house so that by the time you're in feudal, you can keep your TCs pumping.
Yep. And also, you want to build a barracks at this time as well.
If you are thinking about feudal age play.
If you're thinking about feudal age play, that's correct. And we're on gold for SKITVIBE, so I wonder what's coming. Is it a sea of men-at-arms straight to that blue gate in the center? I have a feeling. Now, okay, one thing that I did notice in my notes of DHR is DHR does not, in my experience with what I've watched from them so far, does not build military buildings until they have to. And when I say they have to, I don't mean to take an aggressive action. It seems to so far be in response. And that is obviously detrimental in the last game, I would say.
Another scout action here, where if blue spots red scout, you can kill the scout because you're faster to feudal age, but just missed the scout. Didn't really see it.
They were distracted by the ostriches. We've got a barracks coming. Kind of an interesting placement, really. I think you'd want to put it right up against the gate, assuming SKITVIBE is going to go through the center, which I definitely think they have the option to.
Are they moving forward for...
We've got 2 houses coming up. Yeah, and
where are
DHR's heading to the sides. Okay.
And heading for a mill. Okay.
For paradise, yeah.
And a shad mill between the berries.
It works.
Yeah, it works.
Got
and
Blacksmith Marketplace. Yep.
Okay. So Red sort of does know about going up to castle. The most easiest way.
DHR, a minor optimization in this situation. Your villagers are always going to be better at getting hunt over berries. So maybe take out the ostriches first and then go to the berries when you're done. Obviously, that can be negated by like proximity to the mill and stuff like that, but that's a spirit of law question, not me. The rule of thumb that I understand is hunt is better.
SKITVIBE was actually gonna idle to go to castle. You don't really necessarily have to do it because the more villages you have on the way up to castle, the stronger your castle edge will be. So yeah.
How do you see him idling? I
And
see 3 villagers in queue.
Oh, now there's 3 worlds, but when I was talking about it, I think.
I see.
But maybe he was just doing multiple actions. I think. What I noticed about the scouting for both players is SKITVIBE seems to be someone who shift clicks a few spots on the map, and then.
Are you trying to say something, Dennis? There with that statement?
Can you not hear? Can you not hear?
No. I was making fun of you because that's how I scout for the longest time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, SKITVIBE is aware of this mill.
Yes,
or should be.
So SKITVIBE Scout seems to take a few steps and then stop. And I think SKITVIBE's actually looking at a few different spots probably, and then comes back, does a few more clicks. But I think now that he's seen this spot, maybe SKITVIBE's thinking this is the pressure, point of pressure maybe. But not a lot of wills right now. I mean, there are 4 wills, so it could still be worth it. But
now, one thing I would like to draw attention to is that DHR has actually managed their TC very well. They do have some idle time, which that's never going to be perfect. It's not perfect at the highest level. It is very difficult to keep your TC churning constantly. It is largely considered like the most important thing, but it is still not easy to do.
Surprise! We have Man at Arms coming up.
We do. We also built a barracks that ultimately hasn't led to much, but we've got a militia on the back end of that Man at Arms, so maybe they're going to start now.
No blacksmith upgrades yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, the eco is hard to spam, right? I think with humans, I think he was not really responding, but over here, let's see what.
Got some eco upgrades coming. We're up to 31 villagers for DHR. Now, is that signal the wake-up call for... Wait, okay, SKITVIBE just said something... Oh, no. This is SKITVIBE's upload.
That's just a German...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. This is SKITVIBE's upload. So
okay,
we got a second TC on the stone. Okay.
Yeah, I like that because I think you need like a good eco to be able to constantly spam infantry, but...
Well, the other thing with Romans in particular is you want to back them up with siege weapons, and those things aren't cheap.
I mean, do you want to go siege against else? But I don't know.
No, not really. But I will say, Roman scorpions are insane, right?
Yeah.
Also,
against stealth mangonels.
Yeah, but do you think that your opponent knows how to use mangonels effectively? Case in point, you still think that I'm some kind of genius because I can.
I mean, it's not that I cannot use mangonels. I'm just thinking that it results in me losing a lot of resources with mangonels.
That's fair. Mangonels are also very time intensive. You really have to babysit them.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk those sheep away. It'd be kind of wild.
A barracks on the side. So just a total eco approach for now, and I think a castle drop maybe is the plan for the Romans. Let's see if SKITVIBE knows about the... I mean, let's see if SKITVIBE tries to drop a castle in the center. That happened to be once, so it'll be interesting to see if that's the plan.
I feel like everybody has to have that moment where they try to do that, right? Either they watched Hidden Cup and they know about that, or they try to do it. Because it's so tempting.
Yep.
Okay, SKITVIBE again with the automatic spearman. Sorry, DHR with the automatic spearman.
And actually, since he is garrisoned, SKITVIBE might be thinking these are man-at-arms as well, right? So.
Oh, that's true. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah.
Well, that scout is maybe good reaction on that SKITVIBE. He was watching that spot for sure. Got some man-at-arms coming out the base, and we're checking the other side with the sheep that he stole. That's very nice. I like that a lot. Run into the lion? No? Okay. I actually like this town center from DHR. It was very risky to build it at that point, but that was pretty cool to see. These man-at-arms might come and cause a problem, but I think that thing's still going up. Town centers take a very long time to build. I think the usual recommendation is 4 villagers to build them. Now, does the man-at-arms start killing the ostriches to get rid of the hunt here? Yeah, oh, hey, wow, okay, I did not actually expect them to follow through with that. That was pretty cool to see.
Okay, siege is on the way, and also knights. So I think this would be good. I think the unit mass is not up. No blacksmith upgrades, so it's not like they are using any of the Roman bonuses yet.
We've got blue has gone around the whole map, and so is red now, so that everybody sees everything. There's the bell again. Nothing from the siege workshop as of yet. There's the mangonel. Handcart. Okay.
Yeah, I did notice that SKITVIBE likes to get early handcart.
Third TC for DHR. DHR just wants to put his feet up and have eco,
honestly,
which is good to see. Like that's cool. Eco for me is the hardest part of this game. We've got some knights coming in.
Yeah, I think the knights can take them out.
That's a lot of farms. Okay. 21 farms for the Roman player.
Oh, I missed the shot.
No, he missed it.
No, I think a couple of.
I must have seen the second one.
Yeah.
A longsword coming in. The scout is still active. That's cool to see. Or it might be on auto scout.
Okay, sure. Now the blacksmith upgrade comes in. So.
Yes. We're expanding the southern base for DHR. This is actually really good from both players. This is a much more passive game, I think, but this seems to be DHR's wheelhouse. Wonder if he takes this game.
Yeah, he's using all 3 TCs, so that's good. So
we're up to 43 and 46, so we're already like past the villager count that we saw, I think. But SKITVIBE has castles, and actually both players have a castle, so I wonder where it goes.
Yeah, option to build a castle.
There's so many farms.
I mean, I think was it SKITVIBE who had like 1,600 stone but didn't really build a castle, so maybe a castle will not be built.
Well, he built the Krepos, but I would also argue that SKITVIBE didn't really have any position to need a castle in that last game.
Yeah.
We got some idle eco. There we go. Building a 4th TC or a 3rd TC. Okay. We've got some outlying houses. DHR, just a thing to maybe consider. Put these houses on the inside of your palisade wall, and they can contribute to the defense of your base. Not necessary on this map over, what is it? What's the other one? Hideout? Is it Hideout? Is Hideout arena with palisade walls?
Yeah, I think so.
But definitely better than on the edge of the map like they are here. We've got a blue castle on the stone. Okay. Yeah, DHR wants to have the best economy. They are playing a different game than the rest of us, and that's fine. We've got 7 villagers for the castle. That's a good amount. I think 8 is better, or I think 8 is standard, I should say.
Woods.
And so if you want to look to the south, I think it might be SKITVIBE that did this. So there was a game that I saw in Arena. I'm going to check my notes real quick.
Yeah, Roman player is going for monastery, probably thinking about picking up relics. But
yeah, so SKITVIBE puts his units on patrol at all times. They're constantly just walking back and forth over a section of land. In an arena game, I saw scouts everywhere, just crawling over the map in patrol, which is actually a really good habit to have. And I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No. I just noticed that this is the second game in a row where DHR builds a line of houses in the back of the map. So I just thought that's interesting.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about with the Palisades. Is you're better off having them contribute to your defenses. Now, DHR is doing something that I used to bully you for doing, and that is building a lot of military production buildings, but not that much military. We've already got a stable that has 4 knights in it that aren't being used. Why do we need 2 more stables at this time? Although that being said, I do think stables are a good play right now because they're mobile. This is a weird map. You've got a very spread out base, so I think stables are the correct play. I would just rather see them get used.
I mean, I just think that if the game's going imp and then you're fighting, stables from Celts could be good because, I mean, Romans, if you have infantry, I imagine they still die to knights if you have masked knights.
I would say that's true, but that's where the scorpion benefits come from, right?
Ooh, the wards are.
The wards are quick. They're very speedy.
Okay, is he gonna mask wards? Is it gonna be a reverse where DHR shows us?
Yeah, but I feel like if you look at SKITVIBE's base with the house wall, I think they're prepping for that. And we still don't see a red castle yet. At this point, they can afford 2. We've got monasteries from both players. I think you mentioned that earlier. We've got villagers coming out. Where are they going? Or are they putting a castle in the south? We've got a second castle from DHR. This is a very good position for that castle. And I like we're seeing the knights come out to help. That's really good.
Yeah.
And we're seeing 5 barracks behind SKITVIBE. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. SKITVIBE has 1 speed. It doesn't matter if it's going faster or slowing down. 1 speed. Infantry.
I mean, if he goes pikes, scorpion, it could. I mean, I guess Celts, mangonels is going to be. I don't know. It's.
The interesting thing is both of these forces could do a lot of good by putting pressure on the in the middle section.
Yep. Now the entire center is not really protected, right? So I think.
But they both have a castle, so I guess that could be negated very quickly. We've got 2 more stables coming from blue.
Yeah, I mean, I just noticed this is the second time you said they have a castle when they have the resources to make a castle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They can build. They have a potential castle.
Yeah. And faster imp for the Roman player.
Yep.
But on our army lead for DHR, which was not the case in the last game. So
yes, and we're getting the center relic for the monk, and a 3rd siege workshop. Okay, DHR, I need you to calm it down. I need you to start building military instead of production buildings. That's going to be my big critique for this right now. That castle in the center is nice, but it could be right up against the wall to defend that center causeway. Or the bypass, if you will. We've got Monk grabbing the southern relic for red.
Yeah, I think blue can take 3 relics pretty easily now. Maybe even 4. Oh yeah, the woods are protecting the 4th relic. So yeah, late game, DHR is pretty well set up. Also protecting the main base. So what I said about...
I still feel like this center castle from DHR is completely worthless. Like, it's not doing anything. They can just walk around it.
Yeah,
especially Roman infantry. Yeah, especially Roman infantry.
Yeah, could be a little bit more forward for sure. But I mean, this is something that we spoke to DHR, right? It's not necessary that you need defensive buildings to protect. You also need army. Maybe he'll just has some kind of mangonel pressure going through the center. We don't know.
Well, he's got 3 siege workshops. He's got 6 stables.
I mean, he just has 8 gold miners, so maybe he just ups that a little bit if he wants to go siege. Siege is very gold and wood heavy.
Got more longswords. There's 30 on the field. We've got a treb. And conscription first before the Treb. Okay, that's a little unusual.
Because
Generally-
his siege unit is his longswords, so
That's fair. Yeah, arson is a very powerful siege unit, especially when you have 30 on the field.
yeah, and he wants them faster, so conscription comes up, and
Yeah, SKITVIBE definitely knows what they're doing. I don't know if they're necessarily making the best decisions, but they're making them confidently, you know? But that being said, I think that with the Knights, the Mangonel, the Battering Rams, and all that, I think SKITVIBE can hold the southern flank.
oh yeah, sure, definitely.
But SKITVIBE is taking advantage and capitalizing the other side right now.
I mean, he just needs more knights, right? I think DHR, once he has enough knights, he can. Ooh, legionary.
What I would love to see is
SKITVIBE is going to make legionaries.
okay. That's an upgrade, right? From Longswordsman, I think. I've never seen this in game.
I never played the Romans. I don't have the DLC, so that'll be interesting to see.
27 Woad Raiders on the map.
Oh, that is awesome. I didn't catch that mass. That is awesome.
Ton of knights. Like DHR would be a nightmare if they could speed up just a little bit.
17 wards on this side, and oh, they also have wards on this side. Okay. Oh yeah, the wards are gonna be good.
I feel like Roman infantry beats Woad Raiders, though.
I mean, knights.
Especially under a castle.
Knights don't really have the armor though, so.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of blacksmith upgrades. The Romans are moving in.
Oh, the
They got
Legion.
the Trebs, and they have a hill advantage. Oh, this is gonna be bloody.
Oh, they're
Okay.
not. They're not really protecting the.
Legionaries look really cool.
Oh yeah.
No, he is. So this is something I noticed with SKITVIBE. He puts units on patrol habitually.
Yeah, you need your armor upgrades. You don't have armor upgrades in the knights, so melee fights are still going to be good for Roman player who has +4.
Armor is always a good.
Oh, now you just directly click towards the mangonel, but
Yes. There's the bell.
just bring the legionaries back away from PC, and yeah, it will clear up.
Well, and the Trebs are moving forward. Meanwhile, on the other flank, we see a pack of Woad Raiders that are about to run under a castle. We see 2 siege workshops for a red player. I think he's maybe thinking Scorpions based on Comitatensis. I can never say that correctly. 3 more Trebuchet.
The Wood Raiders doesn't seem to be doing much yet, and
I don't think they're going to.
what is Comitatensis? I don't know what that
I
is.
think that's the Scorpion buff for
Ah,
Romans.
okay. Right, Woods.
This is another pretty commanding game from SKITVIBE.
You need to lock the gate, or the Woods are going to run through the eco. And I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter when you have legionaries, but
But that being said, we've got a siege workshop right next to the gate for the blue player.
Yeah, I
if he
think-
starts pumping mangonels down the center,
yeah, I think SKITVIBE committed to the TC a little too early. Lost a lot of army to the TC. Maybe just 10, but still.
got some knights coming in for the blue player. On
Okay.
the right-hand side,
Double
I don't know
siege
if that's going to be
workshop.
enough against the pikemen. What the hell is
Ooh.
going on up north?
3 archery ranges, 2 barracks, 2 siege workshops.
Scorpions coming out the south for red, accompanied by Trebs and Legionaries. This is a very commanding performance from SKITVIBE. But I do think DHR has a position to come back from it, but they need to start investing in their blacksmith. Attack is not enough, especially not against Romans.
Okay. Another fight with legionaries, scorpions. There's a scorpion mass behind this apparently. 4 scorpions so far.
Roman scorpions with infantry are disgusting.
Yeah, they are affected by ballistics. What other upgrades do they get as scorpions?
We're getting onager from blue.
Yep, he's going on.
That might do it, to be honest. I'm gonna idle real quick so that I can see what compass whatever it does. Militia line, Knight line, and Centurions train 50% faster and receive +5 charge attack every 20 seconds. Ballistas, the castle tech, is the Roman Scorpion benefit. So now his infantry train 50% faster on top of conscription.
Alright, cool.
Which is insane. I still don't know if this is a definitive win. Just because there's, like... I don't know, DHR has a window, but it is closing.
So Ballistas is the ballistics tech, or does...
Ballistas is the Scorpions fire plus 33% faster, and the galley line have +2 attack. I think they may have gotten rid of the ballistics. Oh no, that's just an innate bonus. Scorpions just
okay. So SKITVIBE would benefit out of that. Okay.
Yeah.
And now SKITVIBE is losing his infantry on
we've got some idle infantry. That was a lot of kills there. I mean, I'll be honest. Onager's a really good pull, especially Celtic Onagers. Oh, they need to move though.
Celt Cav Archers on the way.
That's not something you see every day. Now, does he know villagers can repair those onagers?
DHR, so DHR, one thing about blacksmith upgrades, at least based on my usage, and I think Scratch can confirm this, but armor is much better than attack. I mean,
yes.
Attack. If you're raiding with your military units, then
no,
the attack
I disagree with that. Armor is always better. Your units live longer, they'll attack more, they'll do more damage.
Armor is better, but if you're actually fighting against wills, and if you're using it as a raiding unit, then
that's
attack is good. Then that's kind of why Magyar scouts are good.
That's fair.
In feudal age, attack upgrades is very good.
Yeah, this is a pretty. I mean, this is a not necessarily. I don't even know if SKITVIBE was particularly aggressive in this game. He just happened to be the one that aggressed first, and pretty commandingly. Fight on 2 fronts. We're leaning into the civilization that we've picked. That's really cool to see. DHR, I'm noticing, is doing something similar to what I used to do when I was kind of learning how to do this, in that when something isn't going my way, I'll tech switch immediately, because I'm like, okay, I'm abandoning the strategy, I'm moving on to something else. I think DHR's strategy was fine, I just think they needed to commit to it. We saw 6 or 7 stables, but we didn't see a lot of knights. Is this going to be another to the last man, you think? I don't think it's over yet, for the record. I still think that a legion of Woad Raiders up the center could definitely change this in DHR's favor.
Really? 68 legionaries, 81 wills to 45 wills, and right now...
I mean, they still don't have armor upgrades, so I guess no, that probably wouldn't do it, but
I think
it would still do something.
Yeah, I think SKITVIBE's just gonna steamroll this, and this is gonna be more. This is likely looking like SKITVIBE's gonna get the first set.
Is it play all 3?
It is best of 3.
Okay. We are starting to see some archers built. Legion has entered the base. Ooh, are they targeting the monastery? That's cool to see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the market?
The market, yeah. It looks like the market.
Oh, no, they're just kind of wandering around.
Alright, they just...
Oh, no, they are the monastery. Very good. Rebirth to get out of range.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool to see. Crop rotation again.
GG.
Alright.
Alright,
Well,
SKITVIBE's got it.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, that was set 1 of Hidden Cup... oh my god, I'm going to do this every time. Hidden Community Cup 5, John Bureau, bracket, to SKITVIBE. I'll give them the dot. What do you think? What do you think, Dennis, of our first game of this new tournament?
Yeah,
first set of this new tournament.
Yeah, I think the SKITVIBE pretty much...
you can say dominated. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll say it for you.
Yeah, did really well. I think master units that was required. I think DHR did well in mastering some of the units, but I think
a little slow.
Little slow, and also basically just consider what units to master against Romans, right? I think what could he have done? Maybe.
I actually think Onager was the right play.
Yep.
I just think we needed to see a lot more of them. My biggest takeaway from this for DHR is we saw a lot of production buildings, but not a lot of production. We've got 7, 8, 9,000 resources right now in the bank, not going used. Now, granted, we see the same thing on the other side, but the idea is if you have one siege workshop, even on a map like this where it's very big, very spread out, if you have one siege workshop, that's enough. Your mangonels or scorpions or whatever it is you want to build, they will get to the battle eventually. And that's kind of why this map is so fun, is because if you start pumping out of the center, they got to move a while. Well, so does your opponent. If I'm seeing 3 siege workshops, or I think at 1.5 on this map, we should be seeing a lot more presence. And I do think that we're seeing some frantic tech switching, which, that's fine. I genuinely still do the exact same thing. Game's hard. It's a hard game. And frankly, the Romans are weird. They're hard to wrap your head around. Because until you get an overwhelming force, you're just going to tickle them, right? Because that double arbor upgrade is insane.
True. And I think DHR did pretty well in getting the units. I think he just needed his blacksmith upgrades. Yeah, I think without armor, I think the knights would just struggle, especially against Roman infantry, which has double the armor, right? So
blacksmith upgrades and focus. I think some knights on the sides to harry those trebuchets, and literally woad raiders pouring through the center. I think you build a second castle in the middle, and you just pump out woad raiders that are upgraded woad raiders with high armor through the center to distract and bother them. Because if you notice, SKITVIBE is very reliant on conscription plus the communistas, whatever tech, to get his units from the base to the fronts very quickly, but they're walking a very long way. So I think that having kind of a raid in the middle to take out that food economy while you're dealing with the sides, I think that could have gone in DHR's favor. I don't want to say that DHR is a passive player necessarily. I think that we can both agree we've seen more passive players, but a little slow to respond and a little fast to... I don't know. I don't think abandoning strategy is necessarily fair. I think that we're seeing a bit of an unfocused player. That's okay. This game's hard. It's a difficult game.
Yep.
But Now, meanwhile, SKITVIBE, I'm a little concerned in the opposing direction. SKITVIBE, we have a very focused player, but I'm wondering what they can do when they run into a player that can deal with this. Because I don't know. I'm looking at this now. Dennis and I were raised in the fields of scout rushes and archer rushes. So I'm looking at this like, okay, yeah, I know exactly how to deal with this personally. To an extent, Romans are still weird. But I can watch this from a caster's perspective and I can go, I know how to deal with this. So I'm hoping that maybe, somebody can watch these videos and figure out, a couple things about SKITVIBE and a couple things about DHR, and that we'll see an arc. That's the dream for Dennis and I. We want to see some arcs with these players. We want to see them improve and get better, because that was so cool with AOE leagues. Like watching those players get bigger and better. So cool.
Yeah, I mean, seeing SKITVIBE make 90 infantry in this game with 185 pop is crazy.
141 legionaries built. And hey, SKITVIBE hit 81 villagers. I think at their high, I think DHR hit 50, I want to say. Let me see statistics. Where we go? Economy. I don't never know how to read this page.
Yeah, eco resources collected is better for SKITVIBE. Military, I mean, is obviously better for SKITVIBE, who killed 2 times more than the units made.
Oh, I don't have the pro feature, so I can't see stuff. Yeah. So, good set. Really cool set to see. My dogs are going crazy. Sorry. Really cool set to see. I hope DHR takes this on the chin, comes back, maybe does some research. I think counter unit video from Hera would be good, and maybe just like get an idea of a build order, because you're always going to do a little better if you have a plan, even if it's not a good plan, because you can follow the plan, if that makes sense. You have steps and you know how to get there. I think that's always beneficial, especially in a tournament. Any other closing thoughts?
Yeah, nothing else. That's it for me.
All right. This has been Hidden Community Cup 5, Set 1 between SKITVIBE and DHR. Goes to SKITVIBE on the group stage of the Jean Bureau bracket. And I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I'm Scratch. He's Dennis. And everybody have a good night. That was a wild.
Hi everyone, this is Dennis here. In the end of the set between DHR and SKITVIBE, we noticed that there was a Game 3 file which was valid, and it looks like they didn't really play it in the order that was provided in the rulebook. What is generally expected is for us to pretty much go through each set with the neutral map being the first game played, followed by the loser picking the second game. And because the first game wasn't really the neutral map, we just assumed that the games were mislabeled, and we chose to run this game first, and it ended up being the third game played. And I guess they just played their home maps first. And we didn't really know that during the cast, and that led to us casting 2 games. And because the set was decided and we didn't really have information that we would actually have a valid third game in the set, we didn't really cast it. But just to give a summary of what happened in the game, because this is SKITVIBE's win in the 3-game set. What essentially happened was the Koreans versus Magyar's game on Mudflow, where the Korean player pretty much walled up the wood line, and second TC there, a scum pike pressure forward to deal with the Magyar scouts, and then into a forward castle drop. The castle drop by SKITVIBE was denied, and then turtle ships for control in water into a faster Imperial for DHR, into war wagons. And this was a pretty good game. Unfortunately, because of the order that was played, we couldn't really cast this game, but very well played by both players. And on hindsight, it now makes sense why DHR played till the last unit, probably just once it's decided, just relaxing, I suppose. But yeah, I think hope both players enjoyed the tournament. Hope the viewers enjoyed watching the games casted. And this is T90 Community Cup, hosted by T90. The link to that Discord will be in the description. That Discord's planned to host more community tournaments in the future. So if you want to meet people who have the interest in the game, and if you want to be looped into future tournaments, then feel free to join the Discord, which will be in the description of the video. And if you like the cast, and if you want to know more about the Alfred Alpaca bracket through the tournament, we plan to cast all the games within this bracket. So feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Unfortunate that we couldn't cast this game, but yeah, hope to see more players play, and looking forward to the rest of the tournament. Thank you, everyone.